Travel is an amazing way to bring fresh insight to your writing. In this video, I want to give you a couple of ideas why, and it builds on another installment I did, which I will link to at the end. This week, as maybe you can hear in my voice, I've been struck down by the flu. I've been stuck at home wanting to get outside, so the idea of travel and exploring new places has been stuck in my mind. The first way is it gives you distance to where you normally spend your time. I don't know if you've heard that David Foster Wallace anecdote about the two young fish swimming up the stream, and they come across an old fish. As he passes them by, he asks, "How's the water this morning, boys?" And they say, "What's water?" We are so used to the things around us, we take them for granted to such an extreme degree that we don't really notice what are the defining characteristics of our lives. We need to get out of the water. We need to look at our situation from the outside in. Travel is a wonderful way of doing this. It upends our assumptions. We can take simple examples about what you eat, what you wear, how you behave in public. When you get to know a place on a deeper level, you can then go into values and principles and ways of living. As a writer, this is gold. You learn to understand what is unique and what is universal about the place you live, about your own life. You come to understand how far people are defined by their circumstances. But when you travel, you then understand the new possibilities for character development. It becomes almost like a buffet where you can pick and choose different characteristics that you like and build your life more consciously. You can do this, of course, in the real world, and as a writer, you do it in your fiction work. I mentioned there briefly universal truths, and this is the second way that travel can transform your fiction. We're talking about universal truths in particular situations. This is what fiction writing is all about. At a deep level, you want to convey those timeless themes that people can rely on and relate to across their lives in different places. But it gets a bit abstract and a bit boring unless you bring the color, the specificity of a particular locale. Otherwise, it doesn't feel real. People don't know how to apply it to their actual circumstances. Travel is precisely an exercise in delivering these two elements in one experience. When you first arrive in a new place, you are struck by what is different, the sights, the smells, the taste. The language is different, the body language is different. Everything seems unique. When you come to know a place better, that's when you start noticing the deeper similarities. You start to understand that people have the same underlying drives, the same needs. What changes is how they go about achieving those needs, how their culture defines the best way of obtaining what we all want deep down, the best way of expressing those things. There's a great book by Jonathan Haidt where he talks about precisely this point, doing studies across different cultures, and the analogy he uses is that it's like taste buds. So we all have the same taste buds, sour taste, spicy, sweet, etc. But recipes from different parts of the world deliver different ways of targeting those taste buds, and the balance is different. So they may emphasize different flavors depending on the spices they have in the kitchen, what is growing in the garden, and the recipes that have been passed down. Culture operates in this way. Travel operates in this way. And it is the perfect exercise in developing this balance between the unique situation and the universal truth that we can see through these particular circumstances. There you go, a couple of quick ideas about how travel can really set you up to deliver exciting and meaningful fiction. I'll see you next week.